They're not confused about you. They're stalling. You've been waiting for them to make up their mind, waiting for them to choose you the way you choose them. They say they're confused. They say they need time. They say they're working on themselves. And because you love them, you believe it. You keep hoping that if you wait long enough, they'll finally see what you see. And the reality is they're not wrestling with a decision, they're avoiding one. And as long as you keep waiting for clarity that will never come, you'll stay stuck in a cycle that God never called you to. It's not confusion, it's stalling, and this word might sting, but it's going to set you free. In the book of Ruth, Boaz sees Ruth, he's drawn to her, he respects her, he wants to marry her. But there's a complication. There's another man who has the legal right to marry her first. So what does Boaz do? Does he string Ruth along? Does he tell her, I'm just not sure yet? Or I need more time to figure this out? No. Ruth 3 verse 13 says, stay here for the night, and in the morning if he wants to do his duty as your guardian redeemer, good. Let him redeem you. But if he's not willing, as surely as the Lord lives, I will do it. Boaz gave her a clear answer. He didn't leave her guessing. He didn't play games. He said, I am going to handle this, and if the other guy doesn't step up, I will. And by the next day, it was done. The other man said no, and Boaz immediately married Ruth. That's what a person does who wants you. They won't leave you in limbo. They don't keep you waiting. They make a decision and they move. Now, let's look at the opposite. In Genesis 29, there's a man named Laban who tricks Jacob. Jacob works 7 years to marry Rachel, the woman he loves. But on the wedding night, Laban swaps Rachel for her sister Leah. Jacob wakes up married to the wrong woman. And then Laban says, if you want Rachel, work another 7 years, and Jacob does it. 14 years of his life for one woman, because Laban kept moving the goalpost. And here's the thing. Laban knew exactly what he was doing. He wasn't confused. He was manipulating. He was stalling. He was using Jacob's love for Rachel to get more labor out of him. And Jacob stayed because he thought if he just worked harder, waited longer, proved himself more, he'd finally get what he was promised to him. Does that sound familiar? You've been working, you've been waiting, you've been proving yourself, and they keep moving the goalpost. I just need a little more time. I just need to work on myself. I'm just not ready yet. If someone wants you, they don't wait for clarity. They give it to you. And if they're making you wait, it's because they're getting something out of keeping you on hold. Let's be very clear about something. There's a difference between patience and being played, and you need to know which one you're in. Patience is when someone says, I care about you. I want to build something with you, but I need a little time to handle some things first. Can you give me X amount of time? And then they actually do the work. They communicate. They show progress. They keep you updated. They don't disappear for weeks and then come back with excuses. Being played is when someone says, I'm just not sure. But they keep you close enough that you don't leave. They text you just enough to keep you interested. They show up just enough to keep you hopeful. But they never commit. They never move forward. They never give you a clear yes or no. And Proverbs 13 verse 12 says, hope deferred makes the heart sick. When you keep hoping for something that never comes, it makes you sick. It drains you. It keeps you stuck. And that's exactly what the enemy wants. Because as long as you're stuck, waiting on someone who won't choose you, you're not available for the person who will. If they want to be with you, they would be with you. If they wanted to commit, they would commit. If they wanted to make it work, they would make it work. You don't have to convince someone to choose you. You don't have to beg someone to see your value. You don't have to wait around hoping they'll finally realize what they have. Matthew 5 verse 37 says, let your yes be yes. Let your no be no. A person of integrity gives clear answers. They don't leave you guessing. They don't keep you on the hook. They tell you where they stand, and then you can make a decision based on that. When someone keeps giving you maybes, when they keep giving you not right now, I'm just confused, they're not being honest. They're being selfish because they know that if they tell you no, you'll leave. So they keep you in the gray area where you're still emotionally invested, but they don't have to actually commit. Let me say this plainly. Confusion is not from God. 1 Corinthians 14 verse 33 says, "For God is not a God of confusion, but of peace." If someone is constantly confused about you, that's not God. That's them avoiding responsibility. That's them wanting the benefits of being with you without the commitment of actually being with you. Let's talk about the excuses that you've been making. I know you've been telling yourself stories to make sense of why they keep stalling. They're just afraid of getting hurt. They've been through a lot. They're not good with communication. They're working on themselves. The timing just isn't right. And listen, some of that might be true, but none of it changes the fact that they're not choosing you. And you can't love someone into readiness. You can't wait someone into commitment. You can't be patient enough to make someone want you. Ephesians 5 verse 8 says, "For you were once darkness, but now you are light in the Lord. Live as children of light." You're walking in the light. You're being clear. You're being honest about what you want. And if they can't meet you there, that's on them, not you. Stop lowering your standards to accommodate their confusion. Stop dimming your light to make them comfortable. Stop waiting for them to get their act together when God already has someone ready for you. Jesus tells a parable in Matthew 25 about 10 virgins waiting on the bridegroom. 5 are wise and bring extra oil for their lamps. 5 are foolish and don't prepare. When the bridegroom is delayed, they all fall asleep. But when he finally arrives, the 5 foolish virgins have run out of oil. They go buy more, and while they're gone, the bridegroom comes and shuts the door. And when they come back, he says, "I don't know you." And here's the point I would like to make with that. There's a time to wait, and there's a time to move. The wise virgins waited, yes, but they waited with preparation and readiness. They didn't waste their time hoping the bridegroom would show up eventually. They stayed ready so they didn't have to get ready. But the foolish virgins, they waited without preparation. They assumed he'd just show up and everything would work out, and they missed their moment. Don't be the foolish virgin. Don't waste your time waiting on someone who's not coming when God has already prepared someone who's ready for you. So, what do you actually do? How do you stop waiting when your heart is still attached? Step 1, set a deadline. Not for them, for you. Decide how long you're willing to wait for a clear answer. And when that time is up, you walk away. No more extensions, no more just a little longer. Step 2, stop being available. If they're not choosing you, stop acting like they have you. Stop responding immediately. Stop making yourself available every time they reach out. Create space. And see if they chase you. If they don't, you have your answer. Step 3, ask God for the courage to let go. Pray that if it's not God's will, that He would give you the strength to walk away. And if it is His will, that He would make it clear. But you have to be done with confusion. And then trust that He'll either shut the door completely or open it wide. No more halfway. Step 4, choose yourself. Stop waiting for them to choose you. You choose you. You decide you're worth more than mixed signals. You decide you deserve clarity, commitment, and someone who's all in. And then you act like it. And I know you're scared. You're scared that if you walk away, you'll miss your chance. You're scared that the moment you let go, they'll finally be ready. You're scared that you'll regret it. But let me tell you something. If you walk away and they let go, they were never yours. And if you walk away and they chase you, then you'll know they were serious. Proverbs 4 verse 23 says, "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." I always say this, and I'll say it again. Guarding your heart doesn't mean building walls. It means being wise about who you give access to. And someone who won't commit doesn't deserve access to your heart. Here's what I need you to do. Stop waiting. Stop hoping they'll change. Stop making excuses for their confusion. And start believing that God has someone better for you. you're not asking for too much. You're not being impatient. You're not being unreasonable. You're asking for what you deserve: clarity, commitment, and someone who's sure about you. And if they can't give that to you, it's time to walk. Because the person God has for you won't leave you guessing. They won't make you wait. They'll see you, they'll choose you, and they'll commit. No confusion, no games, just clarity.